See, we want political parties. And these political parties have got a lot of defects. Can anybody tell me what are the defects that you find in political parties? Can anybody tell me? Anybody?
Corruption, sir.
Anybody?
Sir, in many parts, family dynasty is going on, sir.
So that means,
their children and their descendants will take politics.
You first discussion, first statement is dynasty. We call it a dynastic politics. This is the first defect that is being told about politics or political parties. First, okay. So first defect means there is no internal, we call it internal democracy. Internal democracy. Internal democracy. Internal. When I move, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, internal democracy is one of the greatest defect of internal democracy is not taking place. That's one of the greatest defect of democratic political system. Internal democracy means the party leaders should be elected by the party members. Indian Election Commission has made rules and regulations and given to the parties, and as per that there should be election to the party presidential post minimum once in 3 years, and there should be rules and regulations concerning the membership, concerning the money that the party gets, and the responsibility of each member of the parties. But very rarely these things are taking place. The political parties will ask excuses to the Election Commission to conduct elections or some justifications for elections, because there will be assembly election, there will be parliamentary election, so we permit us to conduct our party internal election after this period. So that is so there is no proper internal democracy. That is the greatest problem of the politics. We call it dynasty politics. We go to any political party in India, we cannot say that political party is away from the control of dynastic politics. At present, BJP claims, but we know in many places, BJP leaders, members are either MPs or MLAs, sons or relatives are like that happens in many places. Except BJP, all other political parties, we can say it's all being run as a family property in India. That is the greatest defect of democracy. Even the national party that's claimed to Congress, Jawaharlal Nehru, after his death, his daughter Indira Gandhi, after Indira Gandhi, it has gone to his son Rajiv Gandhi. After Rajiv Gandhi, the power of the political party has gone to his wife named Sonia Gandhi. Then it is coming to Rahul Gandhi, who was the party president. So it is a dynastic politics that is happening here. As per in BJP, we say as a national party, it is not taking place as such. The party presidents are being elected. But there are other positions. Even in Karnataka now, there was a news when Yediyurappa resigned, his son may get a prominent post. And many places there are family members. In Rajasthan, former Chief Minister Vasundhara's son, Dushyant is MP. So like that happens. So we cannot say that any political party is away from the ideology of dynasty politics. It's one of the greatest defect of Indian political system. So don't think that in India only it is there. In America there was Bush. There was 2 presidents, father and son. Between them only 1 president was there, Bill Clinton. So senior Bush and junior Bush. Just happened. So don't think that's only this problem of dynastic politics exists only in India. It is there all over the world. And this and the political party controls the economic activities. If you go to, there's a picture given in your textbook about Italy. Beautiful picture is given there. You know that this picture. So but textbook can see this picture. So there it is mentioned. He controls most of the financial activities of Italy, and he has got so many TV channels. So when a political party leader owns so many political TV channels, all the TV channels should speak supporting that political party. So naturally, the feed goes into the mind of the people. This political party is good. So that is also wrong. So there should be frequent, minimum 3 years there should be elections, and the party presidents should be appointed.
Sir, please unlock the room.
By the members. We know yesterday there was a change of chief ministers last week in Gujarat. The order was given by the central political party to change the chief minister.
Sir.
Mr. Vijay Rupani resigned.
Sir.
And yes.
Please unlock the room, sir.
The room is locked, huh?
Sir, please. Yes.
Huh? The room is locked, or should I open?
Yes, sir, it is locked, sir.
Okay, I'll open. So, wait. Okay. So let me see. What should? I hope now it is open.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. So. So there was election. The chief minister of Gujarat, Mr. Vijay Rupani, was asked to resign, and what is his name? That Patel was made the chief minister. The same way it has happened in Punjab. It was done by BJP in Gujarat, and the same thing was done by Congress in Punjab. So there is no role of the local political leaders in taking the decisions. When in Gujarat, they have decided and they elected a new leader. They said we elect a new leader. But there is a little difference in words, but reality there is no difference. In words, in Gujarat, they officially did not give the responsibility of selecting the parliamentary party leader to the party president or party head. But when it comes to Punjab, they officially gave the responsibility to select the leader to the party president. That happens. But reality, both it is same. They did not officially announce it, but they officially announced it. But in both the areas, the decision was taken by the central party leaders who should be next chief minister. So that is what is reality. So in our India, as we say, there is no much differences in those kind of activities as a political leaders. Second thing, so that's no lack of internal democracy. That's the greatest problem of India. Second thing is Money, already money and muscle power. In some election, at least some cinemas you might have seen. Election time, the gundas will come and threaten the participants. If you don't vote for him, you will have troubles. So it's a muscle power. One who is strong. The weak persons have nothing to do it. So that kind of system is also dangerous for a democracy. Muscle power, money. And persons who are having money, they will simply give money to the voters. And voters naturally, people are poor. So if they get money, they will take that window and put in the pocket and they will vote for that political party. That is what is happening. So because Indian people will be happy to get some money because for them they are very poor. So they are getting money, somebody gives money, okay. And they will promise, they will do whatever is promised by them. So those who are having plenty of money is able to influence the election. That is also a great drawback of a political party. It happens not only in anywhere it is. Don't think that this system that is a problem of political party. We are not discussing about a problem of political party only in India. All over the world the same system. And there are no much differences. Last point is about ideological differences. There is no much ideological differences in any party. Now we come to India. The Congress party and BJP, there is no much ideological differences on economic activities. Both are around the support of privatization, globalization. Because in 1991, new economic policy has started the globalization in India. When Mr. Manmohan Singh was the finance minister. So we have started the globalization. So that is also one of the ideological differences is not there. Who will take a decision? That is only main differences are there in those kind of things. But in social spectrum or social situations, there may be some ideological differences, maybe there. But in the economic spectrum or economic ideology, there is no much differences. Second, we as a consumer, we don't have much choice. See, either this candidate or that candidate. So we have no much options. Otherwise, multi-party candidates will come, and there may be one or two independents, but those independents may not be so much serious about the elections. Sometimes some independents go, if I am standing as a candidate, there may be one independent candidate may come with my same name, PM Ausep. Why he has come? Because I have to contact him and give him some money and tell him please withdraw from the elections. Because some people may see my name, seeing the same name may vote for him. I may lose some 100 or 200 votes because of that. I don't want to lose that votes, so I will go to him and tell him please withdraw the candidates. His candidature. If he withdraws his candidature, my vote I may not lose. Or some others will be having around the same symbol. They may ask same symbol. So the candidate who is going to polling booth may get confused between looking at the symbol, which is a symbol. So that also may create, I may lose election. So I will ask the candidate who is getting the same election symbol, please withdraw from the elections. This way, simply people give a nomination during the election time to get money. So this kind of problems are also there in the election time. So these are some of we don't have good selected fruitful choices. And another problem is that the political parties will put up any candidate. He may be illiterate, he may be gunda. We have no more choice. We may have to vote for them. If both the parties are same, both the candidates or three candidates or all the three of them are same educational qualifications and having same social background, it means criminal background, we have no choice. Election Commission recently made a rule that those who are having criminal cases or their cases are in the court, they cannot contest the elections. And they have to inform the Election Commission about the cases of them before they are, when they file their nomination to elections. So these are some of the problems of political parties that we face. Okay, now see, there are beautiful cartoons. See how the one party country, how beautiful cartoon is there about it. Let's see, it is there. Okay, that is there. This is the symbol, you know, American elections. The parties are having two parties or their symbols. One is elephant, another one is donkey, the symbols of the party. That is why this kind of pictures are given. The elephant is put in the pocket. Understand? One who is having plenty of money, he has put all the elephants in his pocket and he is wandering up and down. He is able to influence all the members of the society. That's the reason. Now next another cartoon is there. See? She is not filing nomination, she is giving money to the Election Commission. So that is the situation. Because she has got a party ticket because she is very rich. And yesterday, you know, some cases are filed in Bihar, stating that one person has filed a case that Congress leader and RJD leader has taken crores of rupees from him, telling that he would be given party ticket, and he did not get the party ticket. And it happens in every political party. Those who are able to spend the money, they will be given the elections. So that's another great problems of it. Now, how can we rectify it? How can we solve the problem? Can we solve it? So, absolute solution is not problem because it's not easy. As far as political parties are there, there would be some problems. And without political party, we cannot survive. We call it as necessary evil. Sometimes we have to say it is evil. The political parties maybe, but without that, no democratic institution can function. So we cannot avoid political parties. So we can reform the political parties as much as possible. That is what we have to see, the reforms that are there. See, there are methods told, some of the reforms that are there. One of the anti-defection law. But you know, anti-defection law was passed in India. Anti-defection law means if a person is elected in a particular party ticket, he cannot shift from that party to another party. If he shifts the party, he will lose the membership of the house. And you know about it, and you know to explain. Those who are living in Karnataka might have come to know last time. After elections, you know, many JDS and Congress leaders resigned from the party membership and they shifted their party to other one. So, because anti-defection law is there. Otherwise, being MLA itself, they would have changed. See, they shifted one from one party to another. Now it is taking place. And most of the flow is from the, now in Bengal, flow is from the BJP to the Mamata Banerjee. All other places, most of the flow is from other parties to BJP. That is what is taking place in. And Karnataka election, after Karnataka elections, you know what has happened. Goa elections, previous election also. Those Congress members were shifted from Congress to BJP. Manipur also. So those kind of things, shifting from the political party they get elected and change. That is it is banned by anti-defection law. If they can split the party, if they can split the party means there should be 2/3 members. They can shift. If 100 members are there, 34 members can join together and break the party, and it is known as breakup of the party. In that, anti-defection law will not be affected. If the 28 or 30 persons are leaving the party and they join with other party, they will lose the membership. They will be coming under the law named Anti-Defection Law. So it was passed in 1992. Sorry, 1984, when Rajiv Gandhi was a Prime Minister. Anti-Defection Law was passed. So that is one of the steps. Means a person who gets elected in the party ticket, he doesn't change to other parties. Otherwise, when he feels unhappy, from morning he will be in one party, evening he will be another because he gets the ministership, he changes. Independents are free because they are not belonging to any political party, so they can change. If two members are there in a political party, one person can split and go, no problem. Nothing will happen. If three are also there, no problem, you can go. If four are there, splitting is not possible. That's the difference. So, that is in Karnataka last time and after elections, only 15 members had to resign. So, JDS some resigned, Congress some resigned. Then there was election for them because that resigned post it comes. Then there was election to those particular constituency, we call it a by-election. So that is kind of anti-defection law was passed by the parliament so that persons will not shift from one political party to another political party to get power and prestige. But still it is going on. That's the okay. So that is one of the steps to reform the political party so that political party leaders will be having members. They will not go according to the money or pressure they get, or pleasure or position they get. That is the aim of passing the anti-defection law. Second one, you have to file affidavit. You have to give a document to the election commission. Means no cases are there against the person, or which are the cases, and if the serious cases there, you cannot contest the elections. And second one, financial position. If he has money, how much wealth he has got for him, his family, means wife and children. He has to give the written information to the election commission. But election commission cannot forcibly ask. Whatever is received by the election commission, he can keep it. But after elections, if the information that is passed to the election commission, if it is wrong, others can go to court. That is the difference. Yes, Abraham? No sound comes. Hello?
Nothing, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, so that is a situation, the reform that was taken by the government. So they have the third one. Organization election, I told you, or there should be organization elections. Compulsory, every 3 years there should be election and new party president's name should be given to election commission. And this party president is the person who authorizes the party candidate to get the party symbol.